Hey, and welcome back. Now, I'm calling this film Critical Mass, and it might not be what you're thinking, but let me explain. So I've run this YouTube channel for 2, maybe 3 years now, and it has reached a critical mass. And what I mean by that is I think I've earned the trust through honesty of you, the viewers, because you send me stuff. Just recently I did an update mainly based on viewer feedback on the UK's Area 51 Machrihanish secret Air Force base. And of course, after that update, I received some very interesting emails. As promised, no names will be mentioned, total anonymity. And if I really do believe that what you want to share with me, and I'm honored by that, if I think what you've shared with me is genuinely top secret to the point where it actually endangers national security, I won't talk about it. And please don't send that kind of stuff because it compromises you and it compromises me potentially. But today, information from 2 amazing emails. One about Machrihanish and one so secret that I'm actually not going to reveal anything about the subject even, and I'm just going to let you, my YouTube audience and my loyal, wonderful Patreons, to look at the images and think about what you're seeing. A Space Force, hyper-speed vehicles, stealth, and even off-world technology. But first, a story, and it's a cracker about Machrihanish. So, this viewer writes to me and says he worked at Fylingdales. Now, Fylingdales is this place. It's part of the Cold War. It's even part of the Jew Line, and it's Britain's and America's East Coast Britain surveillance radar, looking for ICBMs from the Russian threat, and nowadays looking at other things. Right at the end of the Cold War, the iconic domes of Fylingdales was updated with these pyramids, which are phased array radars, more powerful and very sophisticated. So supposedly, and I really don't know if this is true, but what he told me seems to be very accurate, is one night while operating the radar screens at Fylingdales, he and his mate saw an incoming B-2 stealth bomber heading towards Machrihanish. That alone is interesting. It kind of nails that Machrihanish was a diversion or a base for transatlantic experimental or special craft. But what he said next really is fascinating. So as a bit of a lark, and you have to get into the kind of British mindset here. Here's this American B-2 stealth aircraft coming into British airspace. So the guys at Fylingdales, and this is very revealing if they have this capability, flipped on the active radar of Britain's surface-to-air missile system to lock onto the B-2 bomber, to basically say, we see you. What happened next was fascinating. Immediately, the B-2 bomber picked up the active radar from Britain's surface-to-air missile defense system. It peeled away, broke off its approach to Machrihanish and went somewhere else. They didn't reveal where. Rather an embarrassing story and not great for Anglo-American relations, but very revealing about Fylingdales, about our surface-to-air missile system, and about Machrihanish. So I contacted that person and said, no names, but can I use the story? And he went, yeah, it's fine. And here's another one. Oh boy. So it seems that Fylingdales can actively monitor everything that's going on in British airspace. And one day they spotted an unusual aircraft taking off from a Machrihanish again. And they claim that it climbed to 80,000 feet, which is way above normal flight levels, accelerated to Mach 7, circled the whole of the British Isles, and then returned to the secret base in the west of Scotland. They were rightly amazed, but it got better. They did it again the following day. So there you have it. I really believe that the person wouldn't have just made up the story. There's enough details in what this person told me from their email, which I'm not sharing, to make me believe what they said and what I shared with you as a slightly watered down version is true. And then this morning, I got this. So this is from a retired aeronautical engineer when they left a large American defense aeronautical company who make experimental aircraft. I'll let you guess their name. They had and it's old, it's from the late 80s, early 90s. They had an internal document, and it's not classified, but it's just not for public consumption. He left, retired, and kept this document. I can't begin to tell you the details it reveals. I had the document for a short time, and it's no longer on my computer security services, but here are some rather low-res scans of just some of the technology that this company was working on in the late 80s and early 90s. I think it reveals technology that now is over 30 years old, but we still haven't seen. And I find that very interesting. So sit back, enjoy Anthony Del Duca's music, and here's some images from this non-classified, but certainly non-public aerospace document. The truth is out there. Weren't those images intriguing? If you would like to know more about the secret base at Machrihanish, watch this.